We are in Q4 and it is time to get back on track, finish off 2025, and go through this transformational season where we do this great lock-in. And I feel like we all go through this time of year. They have academic planners. We go through 12 to 16, even 20 years of falling in the system of where September and October and that end of the year is when we kind of get back on track and we feel this shift and change. And we just closed out the summer and ended that off. And I talked about having a fall reset. But do we really know what we need to do to lock in to become that best version of ourselves? And today I want to talk about that because not only is it shedding season, but it's time to plant the seeds, have an audit, and really get disciplined with this time to embody who you want to become. It's not too late. You don't have to wait for the new year. Let's start today. So welcome back to Balanceful Blooming. My name is Bridget. I'm 27 years old. I'm a wife, a stepmom. I work a full 9 to 5 while balancing my passions and finding my purpose and going through the journey of life as I am believing to become. And a big part of that in this community here that I want you to join is me inspiring you to go through your belief to become journey, where you start believing in yourself, changing your mindset, building the life of your dreams day to day, planning it out, and finding that balance of not only who you are, where you're going, but who you're becoming, and finding the ways to bloom, evolve, and grow until you become, because every day matters, every step, one step at a time, and building this life of your dreams. So today we are talking about that lock-in for the last quarter of 2025, and what I need you to do is start shedding off everything that you've gone through from the summer and this shift into fall, and really step into figuring out what hasn't been working, what you really want, is the goals that you set, what you want, and how to start getting that momentum and planting the new seeds to take it one step at a time so that by 2026, by January, you are living your best life and that you already create this momentum of who you want to be. So let's jump in to how we're going to do this great lock-in, how you're going to audit your life, how you're going to plant the new seeds, and what you're going to do to really start showing up as her. So the first thing I need you to do is understand what this season is going to look like. The first step, so probably the first few weeks of when you see this, is you really need to start shedding and letting go, releasing, and realigning. It's important that you know that this is beyond just the goals you have, the habits that you're doing, but also the people, the situations, and the actions that you're taking, and figure out what is no longer serving you and what is keeping you in this comfort zone, because when you aren't stepping out of your comfort zone, you're really holding yourself back. And make room for what will challenge you, change you, and push you to become the next person. There's new possibilities, opportunities, and connections, but you can't have that shift if you're holding yourself back. And you can get this shift, and that's what releasing all of this shedding and understanding where you are, because each season is going to be different, and you need to make sure that this next season that you want to bring into 2026 is who you want to be, and the things that you want to achieve, and the person you want to become aligns with who you want to be. So you're going to go through this shedding season, you're going to journal, you're going to figure out kind of what aligns, what doesn't align, what do you want, what don't you want, and we're going to call that an audit. Your audit is all about planting good new seeds, but you need to have a good soil, a good foundation, and weed out everything that is dead. So take inventory of what you are currently doing, the habits, routines, thoughts, the people that you're hanging around with, the passions you're doing. Is it bringing you joy? Is it setting you up for success? And what is setting you back from exactly what you want to achieve. When you're going through these habits, routines, thoughts, activities, really start thinking about what can you change and why does that matter? Or why are you doing it? And how you can shift from maybe anxiety to peace, to negativity to positivity, from this instant gratification to being abundant and grateful, but also understanding that success takes time. And are you rushing things? Are you getting anxious about things? Are you pushing things out of your atmosphere because you feel like you're not good enough? Really take that audit of what is bringing you joy and what is holding you back from success, and really weed out and shed the things that are just no longer there for a purpose or a reason. And then we're going to plant new seeds. So not only are you letting go, shedding it, and auditing and cleaning up that foundation, but you are going to start planting and incorporating this change. Now, when you plant a seed, it's not going to automatically become a flower. Or if you plant a flower, it's not going to automatically bloom and become this next level thing. But you are going to start watering it. You're going to start creating momentum. You're going to start seeing it bloom, because if you put all this pressure on the new year, on this day one, to go all in, most people will fall off track in the first 7 to 10 days because they don't have that foundation. They don't know what they're going to do. They don't know how they're going to show up. So take the next few months to shed what no longer aligns, audit exactly what you want, figure out how you can show up, and start incorporating this change. Plant those seeds, because the more you start showing up now, the more you can shift, realign, reset, figure it out, and the pressure is no longer there. Because yes, in your journey, there's going to be ups and downs, and you're going to decide right now to be dedicated and persevere and show up for your best self, because you need to figure it out along the way. You can't just hope that everything's going to change on January 1st and that all 2026 is going to be different. But if you start today, October 1st when I'm recording this, or October 3rd when you guys are seeing this, you have months of figuring it out. And you don't have to wait. And you can start figuring out what the best soil is, when is the best time to water, what is the best angle for the sun or the light. And by 2026, you not only will have an internal shift, but you'll also have this momentum of showing up and figuring it out and understanding what you need to do. But you need to have the mindset to say, I'm already going to become her, or I am very far on my journey of being her. That why am I going to stop now? But deciding that now lets you pivot, lets you change, and see new things before it's too late, where you're going to be in this mindset of it's all or nothing. We're not in that. We'll talk about the winter arc when the winter arc gets there. We just had a break. We had summer, we had time off. So now you need to step into your discipline. This journey of the next 90 days, when you guys are seeing this, you are 90 days away from the new year. Do you know what that means? You can push yourself for 30 days. You can push yourself for 60 days. Or you can be like me and you can push yourself for 75 days. And what does that mean? Over the next 90 days, 75 days, I am showing up for a set of rules. And I'm going to talk about this in my Q4 reset that I'm going to be posting on Monday. And I really want to break down why I'm doing each of these. But I have daily goals, I have weekly goals, I have morning goals, evening goals, and none of them are really out of the ordinary, but it's going to hold me accountable. So that means for 15 days, I can tumble, fall, adjust, change. But for 75 of the next days, I am doing every single one of these tasks. And I challenge you to do some sort of challenge. You can do 75 hard. You can do 70 soft, or you can be like me and create your own challenge where there's daily goals, weekly goals, morning goals, and evening goals. And I will link this video once I have my other one up, because I want to make sure that this is exactly what I want. And when I'm recording this on October 1st, this is exactly how I want to start showing up. And when you guys see this on the 3rd, will be the first day I show up fully for this challenge. And I cannot wait, because 90 days is a long time for you to fall, reset, realign, and start taking this change to embody who you are going to be. And that's what the embodiment season is. It's all about the habits and lifestyle aligning. And by the time 2026 is here, you can see the momentum, you can see the change, you can see the results. I want you to look back in January and see how far you've come in just 90 days. I wish everyone can step into this power where they feel confident and unshakable and are living this new version of themselves, where they don't feel like they have to continuously reset and restart and realign. And I'm not saying don't do these resets. I'm not saying that you always have to go through this ebbs and flows and then all in seasons, but it also is letting you know the foundation. That's what this all in is finding the balance in happiness and fulfillment and success of the core of your life, so that you can just tweak your life in these resets monthly as you go through season to season, or go through it quarterly where you have this new energy or new alignment or new time in your life. But if you don't start now, how are you ever going to get ready for 2026? And if you are seeing this at any point after October 3rd, it doesn't matter how many days are left. I hope this inspires you to start taking action, start making the changes, and that you can create the momentum no matter when you start. But I do want to know what you guys are going to challenge yourself. Are you going to do 75 hard? I've seen 60-day program, 30-day program. Look it up, figure out what's going to align with you, and give yourself some leverage. We aren't putting the pressure on ourselves. We want to make sure that, yes, as much as we want to see the results, we also want to create long-term results, that this is something that you can hold on to. And yes, a lot of the things that I'm about to put in my Q4 reset and my challenge are things that I may not do every single day, but I want them to be habits that I show up and take action on as many times as I possibly can, because it's important to me that every aspect of my life gets touched, from, let me tell you, my self-care to my mindset to my house to my sleep to my happiness to my relationships, my friendships, and just every aspect of life, career, business, passion projects, all of that. It's all in here in different ways, in different aspects. And you know what? For the next 75 days, I get to touch every single area of life without actively working on every single area of life. And I am so excited to see where this great lock-in goes and taking the next 90 days to show up as my best self. And my Q4 reset is going to be about me. It's going to be about exactly what I want to achieve. But this is the outline. I need you to shed your life. What is no longer aligning? What no longer of those goals that you set 9-10 months ago no longer align? And then how are you going to finish off strong? What are you going to do? What challenge are you going to push yourself to based off the audit you did, the changes you want to make, the habits you want to start, and everything that you want to achieve? Let me tell you, it is going to take work. You cannot embody someone that you aren't yet. So yeah, you have to put in the work, you have to do the time, you have to show up for yourself. But that doesn't mean that it's all or nothing. The great lock-in is this shift of taking time and creating the momentum and the discipline and the actions so that you can become this person. And that's what we talk about here. That's what this community is for your mindset shifts, for your productivity, for you to become this person by believing, becoming, building, balancing every aspect of life so that you can bloom. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to take the rest of this year to bloom fully and be unapologetic and find that balance. And I understand that there's holidays and there's seasons and there's things that are coming up and there's activities that you want to do in the fall. And I talked about that in the fall reset, but it doesn't mean you have to fall off track on the things that you want to achieve and get a head start on who you want to be. So let me know what goals or actions or how you are going into the rest of the year based off the great lock-in and just transforming to not only see the end result, but start the journey so that you are ready for this new year. And I cannot wait to see how far we can go in just 90 days. So, as always, keep balancing, keep blooming, keep building your life of your dreams and believing in yourself, because one day you will become the person of your dreams and be living the life that you've always imagined. So, I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.